Welcome to our deep dive today. We are going to be exploring AI and how it's changing corn production.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at material from Farmonaut. They're a farm management platform that uses AI and satellite imagery to help farmers make smarter decisions.
It's fascinating to see how this technology is being used in very different corn-producing regions like Kansas and Alabama.
Okay, so before we dive in, let's kind of set the scene. We're talking about vast cornfields, stretching as far as the eye can see. Corn is a staple crop. But growing it, it's not easy, especially with climate change and resource scarcity. These are really big challenges.
Definitely. Traditional farming methods are being pushed to their limits. That's where AI comes in. It bridges the gap. And the interesting thing is, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's tailored to specific regions and challenges.
Which brings us to Kansas, right?
Yeah.
The heartland of corn production. Ideal climate and soil. But even there, farmers are feeling the pressure.
Yeah. And AI is offering solutions. For example, AI is being used to optimize irrigation. Imagine being able to give each plant its own personalized watering schedule based on real-time data on soil moisture and even microclimate variations.
Wow. So it's like taking the concept of a smart home
Hmm,
and applying it to an entire field.
exactly.
So how does this actually work? Are we talking about sensors in the ground?
It's even more advanced than that. Farmonaut uses satellite imagery to gather data about the entire field. Then their AI algorithms analyze this data to identify areas that need more or less water. This ensures each plant gets exactly what it needs, so it conserves water and leads to healthier plants and higher yields.
So it's about maximizing efficiency and sustainability. I imagine this technology would be a game changer for a place like Kansas, where water resources are, becoming more and more precious.
Absolutely. And this precision extends to other areas too, like pest and disease management. AI systems can analyze satellite imagery to detect early signs of trouble. This allows farmers to intervene quickly and prevent widespread damage. So it minimizes crop loss and reduces the need for pesticides.
It's like having a 247 watchdog for your crops, spotting potential threats before they even become visible to the human eye.
Mm.
This brings up the question of labor. If AI is doing all this monitoring and analysis, does that mean fewer jobs in agriculture?
It's a common concern, but I see it as a shift in the types of jobs. Rather than a complete elimination, farmers will still be essential, but their roles may evolve to include more data analysis and decision-making based on the insights provided by AI. Think of it as a collaboration between human expertise and technological precision.
That's a good point. It's not about replacing farmers, but empowering them with the tools they need to thrive in an increasingly complex environment.
Now, let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about Alabama. Corn production is actually on the rise there, and they're embracing technology to compete on a national level.
I find that interesting. Alabama isn't traditionally known for its corn production. So what's driving this growth?
It's a combination of factors, including advancements in seed technology, favorable weather patterns in recent years, and the adoption of precision agriculture techniques, including AI. What's fascinating is that AI is being used to help level the playing field for smaller farms in Alabama.
That's intriguing. How so? Are smaller farms facing different challenges than those vast operations in Kansas?
Absolutely. Smaller farms often lack the resources for expensive equipment and specialized labor. AI is changing that by providing them with affordable access to powerful tools that were previously only available to larger operations.
So it's democratizing access to cutting-edge technology in a way, enabling smaller farms to make smarter decisions, optimize their resources, and compete more effectively.
Exactly. It's a powerful example of how AI can drive innovation and growth in agriculture, not just for the big players, but for everyone.
This is fascinating stuff. We've talked about Kansas and Alabama, and I'm curious to learn more about the specific ways AI is impacting corn production. We'll get into those details after a quick break.
Welcome back.
So we were talking about the ways AI is shaping the landscape in Kansas and Alabama.
Right.
It's really amazing to see how technology is bridging that gap between, two very different corn-producing regions.
Definitely. And now let's talk about the specifics of how AI is really revolutionizing the core aspects of corn production.
Okay, let's unpack that. When we talk about AI in corn production, what are those key areas where it's making a difference?
Well, one of the most impactful areas is precision planting. Traditionally, farmers, they relied on experience, a bit of guesswork, to figure out the optimal time and density for planting.
Right. Yeah, it was a lot of feel and kind of passed down knowledge.
Exactly. But AI, it's moving us towards data-driven decisions. AI algorithms, they can analyze a bunch of factors,
Right.
soil type, historical yield data, even microclimate variations within a field.
Wow. It's like having a microscopic view of the entire field
Hmm.
and tailoring that planting strategy accordingly.
Precisely. And this level of precision can
Playmaker.
significantly impact yield by making sure each seed is planted in the best conditions
Hmm.
to maximize its growth potential.
Makes sense. Giving each seed the best possible start.
Right. And it's not just planting. AI is transforming pest and disease management as well. So imagine a system that can detect the first signs of a pest infestation or a disease outbreak before it's even visible to the human eye.
That would be a game changer, like
E-
an early warning system for crops.
Exactly. And that's what AI is enabling. By analyzing satellite imagery, AI algorithms can pick up those subtle changes in crop health that might point to a problem. This way, farmers can take, targeted action before the issue spreads, minimize crop loss, reduce the need for all those pesticides.
Precision intervention, not just blanket spraying.
Yeah.
So that's good for the environment and the farmer's bottom line.
Absolutely. Another important area is irrigation. We touched on that earlier with the personalized watering schedules.
Right, right. Using AI to really fine-tune water usage.
Yes. AI analyzes, real-time data on soil moisture, weather patterns, crop needs, and determines how much water each part of the field needs. So it conserves water, but also optimizes plant growth.
It's almost like giving each plant its own IV drip, just the right amount of hydration.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. And it goes beyond individual plants. By using water efficiently, we're lessening the strain on water resources, which is so important, especially, in regions facing droughts.
That's a huge win for sustainability. So AI is being harnessed to tackle those pressing challenges in agriculture. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's not just solving existing problems. AI is opening up new possibilities in corn production, too.
Oh, like boy, this is where it gets really interesting.
Well, one exciting area is yield prediction. Imagine being able to forecast how much corn a field will produce before harvest.
Wow. That would be incredibly valuable for farmers.
Right.
It helps them make decisions about everything. Storage, marketing.
Exactly. AI models can analyze historical yield data, weather patterns, other factors to generate these really accurate yield predictions so farmers can plan, negotiate prices for their crops, and optimize their operations for maximum profitability.
Like having a crystal ball for your cornfield.
In a way, yes. And this is really just the beginning. AI is constantly evolving, and its applications in agriculture are expanding rapidly.
Okay. So before we dive into those future possibilities, I think it's time for a quick break. We'll be back to explore what lies ahead for AI in corn production.
Welcome back. We've been talking about how AI is transforming corn production, from precision planting to yield prediction.
It is. It really is remarkable how this technology is optimizing those existing practices, but also, opening up these whole new possibilities.
Yeah.
Right. And you mentioned AI's potential to predict yield. And I'm curious, like, what other exciting advancements are on the horizon for AI, when we're talking corn production?
Well, one area that holds a lot of promise is AI-powered breeding programs. So, imagine being able to develop new corn varieties
Yeah.
that are tailored to thrive in certain climates or resist, specific pests.
So using AI to speed up the process of developing new corn varieties with those, desired traits, that sounds like a revolution in crop development.
Exactly, yeah. Traditionally, breeding new crops, it's been a time-consuming process, very labor-intensive. And AI is, poised to change that. It can analyze huge amounts of genetic data, identify the most promising combinations for those specific traits. And this could lead to crops that are more resilient to climate change, that require less water, or have higher nutritional content.
That's exciting. It's like giving farmers a toolkit to create that perfect corn for their needs and their environment.
Yeah, and the innovation, it doesn't stop there. Another interesting area is predictive maintenance. So think about sensors on tractors and other farm equipment that constantly monitor their performance.
Okay. I'm picturing sensors tracking things like engine temperature and tire pressure.
Exactly. And all that data, it's fed into an AI system, which analyzes it to predict, potential problems before they even happen.
So instead of waiting for a breakdown, like in the middle of harvest,
Yeah.
farmers could, fix issues beforehand,
Right.
keep their equipment running smoothly.
Exactly. And this could save farmers time and money on repairs, but, it would also prevent those costly delays during those really critical periods.
It's like having a virtual mechanic
Yeah.
on call all the time.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. And this predictive capability, it goes beyond individual machines. AI could optimize entire farm operations, from planting schedules to harvest logistics.
Wow. So AI is helping farmers make those smarter decisions
Yeah.
across the board, leading to more efficiency and more productivity.
Exactly. Absolutely. And as AI keeps evolving, we can expect, even more innovative applications in agriculture. It's a really exciting time to be witnessing this transformation.
This deep dive it's been really enlightening. It's clear that AI isn't just some, futuristic concept. It's already having a big impact on corn production
Yeah.
from, Kansas to Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah. And the potential for the future is remarkable. AI is going to fundamentally change how we grow food, how we feed the world.
It really is. And
Yeah.
for our listeners out there, whether you're a farmer, a consumer, or just someone who's curious about the future of food, this is definitely something to pay attention to. AI, it's not just a technology. It's a force that will shape the future of agriculture and impact all of us. So that brings our deep dive to an end for today. Thanks for joining us.